Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shift it to the right, shift it to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. I got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Welcome to this edition of What a Horse, or episode. What are we gonna call it? Edition or episode? Episode.
Yeah.
Well, you called it,
Yeah.
so now do your gig.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to where the 5 to 9 more than makes up for the 9 to 5. To where you check your troubles, along with your coat. And days are made, even at 10 at night. Welcome to the best time you've ever had, since the last time you were here. To old friends, new experiences, and forgotten cares. Welcome to where life moves at the speed of you. Welcome to Sam's Town Tunica Hotel and Gambling Hall by Boyd. Welcome to where you want to be.
When asked why I go with Light Tube, well, the answer is pretty simple. In 1946, a company was formed to provide phone systems and nurse call systems at an affordable price. That company would continue to grow. In 2000, that communication team realized the dot-com bubble would provide power, flexibility, and efficiency to house voice-over internet phone services. So they built their own platform and installed their first voice-over IP system in 2001. While Host My Calls was getting started in 1946, a year later, in 1947, saw the beginning of the Tullahoma Utility Authority. They would start providing electric power to homes and businesses throughout the entire Tullahoma area. In 1977, as more services were needed, the current building was built to provide both power and water to meet the needs as Tullahoma's growth continued. And in 2008, Tullahoma would venture into the world of fiber optics and start providing the strongest internet service in the area at affordable prices. With the history of these two companies providing dependable service, selecting Light Tube for Host My voice, text, and video to run over was an easy choice. Call today, 931-581-4411, and start experiencing great communications.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're getting ready for the Columbia Spring Jubilees this weekend. And have you ever seen Amanda Manis judge?
No, I don't believe I've seen her judge.
Well,
but I think she'll do a good job.
I believe she will.
I think
Chris
she'll do
Ann's
it.
going to be a judge, and then we got our Alabama boy. He's coming up. So Jamie, he'll be there. So they should. I know the fun show was outstanding.
Yes.
I mean, some of the caliber of horses that it's just unreal. And that Jansen Patterson, that guy has got a lineup, but
He got a bunch of good horses. I'm going to tell you, he does.
I've never seen nothing like it, and I'm talking about from the yearlings on up.
Yeah.
He went in there ready to win, and I think he ended up with 4 first and 3 reserves.
I tell you, he got some good horses now.
Hey.
He got some real good horses.
Real good horses, extremely good. Also, I want to remind everybody that June 21st, we're going to have a sale over at the Sheba building. This is going to be one of a kind. $125 includes your inspection. We're going to run them through, get them done, but all of these are going to be show horses, every last one of them. And we're going to run a split with the trainer on the percentage of the sale. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. It's a chance to buy a good horse, because I've asked everybody to bring in some of the best ones that they could. And we're going to take a little, here's an example of the caliber of horses going to be there, and then we'll come back and talk about them. But the first one is Super Time Charlie. Now he's going to be in there, and this is one that he's been out there. He's been a consistent winner, consistently in the money. This is one that you're going to have a shot at buying. I like that name too, Super Time Charlie.
That horse right there makes someone a good little amateur-owned trained horse, juvenile horse, or whatever you want to put him in.
Well, here's Celebration.
Yep.
I mean, it's an amateur riding him in a Celebration. I think that was a 5th place that she got in Celebration on that horse. Got everything to be proud of, buddy. Everything to be proud of.
Yep.
And then right there, this one's going to be in the sale, so all y'all got to do is just come on down and start your bidding. That's one of them. We got another one that's going to be in there. I'm Simply Perfect. Now look at this. I believe that's the Winky.
Yes.
I want everybody to keep Winky in their prayers, because he took a pretty rough tumble this weekend.
Yeah.
But they say he's doing real good. He's flat riding that horse. But this is the type of horse that's going to be in the sale. I'm Simply Perfect.
Now I'm telling you, see, that's the caliber horses you want to see at a horse sale, where people can come and see and don't, and they're like we say, these are gonna be talented horses that are gonna be there.
Well, that's what we're wanting. We're wanting people to come out and be able to buy a horse that they can turn right around the next weekend, take to the horse show, and get them a good ribbon.
Yes.
And that's what this is all about, is putting people out there, the horses. And I appreciate the ones that are bringing these horses that have told me, yeah, we're going to bring them, but it's going to be super, super good. So let me see what else we got. We got the horse show. They will, I've been told to go straight to commercial.
Well, Winky was back in the ring on Saturday night, I believe.
Yeah.
He showed again. So, I mean,
That's how tough.
That's how tough it is. Yeah.
That's how tough.
Yeah.
That's how tough the trainers are. But they did say that he was bruised and battered and everything, but he's doing good, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I just hate that happened, and the horse is doing good too. So
yeah,
everybody's doing good. We got the show this weekend, and I do want to say this though. A lot of people look at us, and this weekend we did not have the government, and we had a great show. And a lot of people think because the government doesn't show up that they're not there. I got news for you. Everybody needs to remember back, this was several years ago, we had a government official stood in front of us, USDA. He was their leader back then. And he stood in front of them and he said, y'all remember the guy that was walking through the trailers with cut off shorts and a t-shirt? That was me. And it was him. And then he turned around and he was He was a BMO. But what I'm trying to get across to everybody is just because the government isn't there or you do not see them doesn't mean they're not there.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
And in all honesty, and I'm on, of course, some people will get mad. I watched some of the inspections. Show was videoing their inspections, and I seen a couple of horses that they called out. And I'm not saying anything was wrong with a horse, except horses are going to be horses.
Yes, you're right.
And if the horse moves, the DQP, especially if they're sitting there videoing, has no choice but to turn the horse down. Now, something wrong with the horse? No, you may take him right outside and him pay fine. But in front of, right then, when they videoed it, if he doesn't, then he should be called out. Horses that can't walk the cones should be called out.
Yes.
Because people are watching.
They done a very good job this weekend on the inspection, I thought now.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I took horses through, showed horses and stuff like that, but I thought they done a pretty good job, of crossing their T's and dotting their I's.
I did.
And everything.
I did too.
Yeah.
I mean, was I happy that some of the horses were rejected that I'd love to have seen show?
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's got to be that way. That's why a lot of times when the government shows up, they want to say show's not doing their job. Well, we all know that's a lie because show does their job.
Yes.
The government will stretch it, as we showed last week with the video we showed of the way they inspected. That was the most corrupt inspection I'd ever seen in my life. So they can't say show's not doing their job. It's just that I wish that the government, when they showed up, that they would do as good a job as show does without picking hair apart and trying to create a violation, which I still believe that woman is being sent to do it. Someone's
Yes.
telling her to do it. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I don't think I am, because her inspections are too far out in left field for her to be allowed to do it on her own. Someone's directing her to do what she's doing, and which makes it corrupt.
Yes, you're
Matter
right.
of fact, to me, should be a RICO charge.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares? But I'm hoping this weekend that we have just as many people, horses show up in Columbia. There she is. Now that's where you scrape and pick and try to say, yeah, I want something right there. I'll make it. If it ain't there, I'll make it. Now we'll squeeze it. I'm telling you, I have seen crookedness, but when you can sit there and
do
video,
that right there, yeah.
When you sit there and videoing them doing it, and they don't care
Yeah.
that you're videoing, now it's like a thief robbing a bank without a mask.
Mess, that's right.
Pulling a John Dillinger or something like that, and it's just not right. But it's not fair to the trainers for them to go overboard.
The owners, either fair trainers, owners, the person that gets that horse ready or whatever, everybody works hard, and it's a team effort on that stuff.
Well, it is. Everybody's got a job to do, and
Yes.
everybody does their job. And it would be nice if they were rewarded. And I'm gonna go another step. And now I'm going into center ring. I watched the judges' cards, and for the life of me, I can't understand how every judge can agree on this horse and this horse, and then after that, it looks like someone took a shotgun and shot the scorecards to where they're placed all over the place. I'm gonna give my personal opinion about judging. It's not easy. It's hard. However, to the judges that do it, if you're not capable of judging every horse 1 through 8 and placing them close to being right, you ain't got no business judging.
Yes.
And I seen some horses this weekend that got placed in the middle from the third down that shouldn't have been placed that high, and some that was placed very low that should have been a lot higher.
That's right.
And I'm not talking about one or two classes. I'm talking about several classes. So I guess I'm saying that a judge, when they really concentrate on what they're doing, 99% of the time they're going to get it right. It's when they start looking and saying, well, I need to put a horse here, and they just write down a number. And I've seen some to where, and I've seen this, so it's all you got to do is look at the scorecard. When a horse gets a first, or we'll say a second and a third, and off the card.
Yes.
Now that just don't, it doesn't look right. It doesn't sound right. It just does not work that way. If you're judging, and believe me, I know it's not easy, but the stands, they can look out there. They know when a horse, well, Barron and I was standing next to each other, and we was watching, and I said, that is a beautiful horse right there. Barron said, yeah, but it's a little short in that left hind leg. I said, yeah, it is. Won the class. And I'm not saying it didn't deserve it, I guess, but I thought other horses that weren't short in the back was better. And that's my opinion. So
Yes.
everybody's got their own opinion, but even in the stands, you can tell if a horse is hitching. You can tell if one's higher than the other. And you can tell if one's really straining to go. There's a lot of things that you can see, especially if they're skipping or if they're walking and they're doing this number with their head, bam, 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 bam. I mean, there's something wrong.
My biggest thing is this, Jerry. If, judging is an opinion anyway.
Right.
Okay, so you can't really argue the point, because if all horse hitting all four cylinders in there, and they tie this horse this way, that way, that they tie. But now my biggest concern is when a horse is, like you say, is off or misdriving and get tied over a horse that's hitting on all four cylinders.
That's
the problem that I have with the judging part of it, because I don't care if the other horse stepping 5 feet off the ground, the other horse ain't stepping up 2 feet. But if that 2 feet horse is steady
and working
and walking, you got time. If the horse is stepping 5 feet, if he's skipping or hopping or whatever, one way or the other, I mean, you can't do it, And that's just my opinion, of it.
Hey, if you pay your money, the judge owes it to you and the industry to judge the horse accordingly, and not, let's just say, towards a friend or towards this or towards that. Just like if they don't like you, they tie you way down. Judge the horse.
Yeah.
Let's go to Smoky Mountain Classic, VP, because this was a good one. They can say what they want to, but right here's a guy that when he's got a horse, you can bet it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Chief BK.
It's a good horse right here. And I'm going to say you'll see a lot of this horse. And that 3-year class is going to be a big class. But now you figure this horse and some of the other 3-year, but now this horse right here, I'm going to tell you, he's going to be a hard horse to beat.
Hey, he's tough.
Link have done a super job with this horse right here.
He's done great. But when you got Kilgore and Barnes teaming up,
and they have good ones. When you have them owning a horse, they're gonna have some of the best.
They're gonna have the best, or they ain't gonna have none.
That's right.
All right, now let's go down to Coleman, Alabama. They had a good show down there.
Yes, they did have a good show.
Yes, sir. Right there, I think Mighty Jen and Mickey McCormick from Mike Floyd.
Mike is another person that got a bunch of good horses.
Yes, he is.
He does a good job.
Well, he really supports the industry.
He does.
He gets in there. Mickey, he's been in the industry for years.
Yes.
Then you got Honors Miss Jose and Drew Grave.
Woodbury, Tennessee.
I tell you, Drew is doing real good with his horses.
Hey, he's
got
doing
a
an
selection,
outstanding job. He really is.
Him and his sons are
He did well this weekend, him and his son too.
Yeah, and they got a good selection of horses.
There's another Jerry.
Yeah.
He did good this month. And there's Puck Perdeaux and Bill Cantrell.
That's a nice horse right there too. I'm glad Mr. Bill, he's been in his business for a long time.
I tried to talk Bill into letting us auction that horse off, and he wouldn't have no part of it.
Now he's been in the business for a long time, and he done seen the good and the bad in this business,
That's it. Good and the bad.
or the bad and the good. You say
Bad,
now, yeah.
whatever. Good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna
right.
get it all. All right, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to the fun show. And we've got some good ones from the fun show, because there wasn't a bad class that I saw. Every class had some good horses
Yes.
in it.
We welcome you to our
Now this was your
155th
flag
annual
horse, which
Celebration
I thought
Spring
looked
Fun
pretty
Show.
snazzy.
And presenting our colors tonight, here's White Diamond Dollar, ridden by Ronnie Spears and owned by the OK Walk-In Horse Farm at Curtis McCloy. White Diamond
I always
Dollar
like
is
to say
prepared
that
by
white
Peter
horse.
Oh, yeah.
Staples. One of our greatest traditions here at the celebration.
Ronnie does a good
is the
job
presentation
presenting
of our
that
Oh, he
horse at the
does.
horse show, and
performance.
Dick Peebles
White
stables
Tennessee
do a good
Walking
job of getting the
Getting
horse
him
ready.
ready.
One of our
Sure
many
does.
Horse show.
privileges to rally
Dick
around
wasn't
the
feeling real well, but he
celebration
said,
of
hey,
love for
they
great
got to have the
Yeah.
white horse. They got to go.
Shelbyville in a celebration of our love for the Tennessee Walking Horse. A celebration of great tradition, a celebration
I like
of
watching
great
this right here,
competition,
Ronnie and
a celebration of
Dick
great
again.
minds
You know,
and great
people,
horses.
when I was a kid growing up watching, as a kid growing
Oh,
up,
yeah.
showing these horses and everything.
At our
I can remember back when I was just a kid watching them. They there's always something watching that white horse go around.
Yeah.
Dewey Arnold, he carried that flag for years at the celebration, and he's just a super good guy. Super good guy. But this is the way we start ours. Now here we go. Bambouillet. And I think I'm saying that right. And Drew Gray is for Jansen Patterson. That's just one of his horses.
That's what I'm saying. You just watch all the horses that this man have, and good horses and stuff like that. And he got a good guy that's in his corner, Brandon Tate, that
Yep.
helps him pick these horses
Brandon
out
works
and
with
stuff
him.
like that. You know,
I know Drew does a great
and
job.
Drew
for
does a
him.
good job working
But
these
now,
horses.
That right there's a super good horse.
That is a good horse.
I mean, he's what they call bad to the bone. It's bougie. Bad and bougie. Then you got Sideline and Kendra Myers. I tell you what, the little horse right here, and I heard they's fixing to start standing this one that stood.
Okay.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that, because
No, it
that
ain't.
is one good little horse.
Yeah.
I remember her father said, Jerry, have you seen my little bay? He was, Harold was a good one. And
Ain't
Kendra-
nothing like watching a good pleasure horse going around doing what he's supposed to do.
Hey, I love that walking, the head shake, love it all.
It's like violin
Kendra does a good
and a
job.
music band.
Right here is Ladies Privilege and Thomas Derrickson from Missy and Tim Johnson. It's a 4-year-old mare. You remember we showed her at the kickoff
Yes,
the fun
that's right.
show,
Mhm.
and she won this 3-year-old class last
Yeah.
year. This year she wins the 4-year-old class. Thomas does a super
Thomas
good
does a
job.
good job.
I
He
mean,
does.
we got to give credit where credit's due.
Well, he comes back from a family that does a big horse now.
The whole family.
Yeah.
The whole family. I remember Jill said one time that they had horses been rode a lot for people that have ridden a lot. Said we got some that's never been rode for those who have never ridden a horse.
Yeah.
Said we teach them how. Spotlight on Jose.
And this is a good horse right here now.
You talked about this horse, Jerry, about how good he was going to be. Now, I think he won this one last year too.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Calloway in the saddle. Spotlight on Jose.
And I tell you, I don't know for sure, but now I wouldn't be surprised you might see him in the big stake class.
Hey,
A lot of 4-year-olds can do it.
I know
He's the type of horse can do it.
There's a lot of horse there.
There is a lot of
walk.
horse. Yes.
A whole lot of walk. Yes, sir. That's it. Bob may end up on that horse.
Yeah.
You can't ever tell what Bob's going to do. Right
There's
here's
another good horse
Malone.
right here.
Oh, hey, I love this horse. I know he looks a lot like Heisman, but they're not even related. But now he is one good horse.
I can tell you what I can see now. I can see the difference between the first time they showed this horse to that horse
Yeah.
now. He's improving every time he's showing.
A lot of talent there.
Yes.
Bruce, I know Bruce and Robin are proud of him. So he is a good one. And this 2-year-old class now,
Oh yeah.
hey, it's going to be tough. They might as well get ready for it. It's going to be loaded. And Malone, he's going to be right there at the top
Yeah.
of the heap with the rest of them.
Good horse right there.
Right there, look at here.
Yeah.
Now, this second place horse, but hey, he's one of the top horses in the 2-year-old too, and this
Oh, yeah.
another one of Jansen Patterson's horse. Unreal.
I tell you what,
Believe me,
seeing,
it is.
you seeing that horse get me choked up.
Hey,
He's a
I'll
good
tell you
one.
what, they got a whole lot of walk to
Oh
them.
yeah.
A whole lot of walk.
He's a nice one.
When I can show horses like these in victory passes and reserve, I mean, you can see the talent. Obvious. And right here is a kingpin. He was the reserve
Oh, yeah.
winner. But now he had a first place vote.
Oh, Mr. Bob, man, he loves them horses.
Oh, yeah. See, this is a world champion
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Just because he got a reserve here, that don't mean he can't win that World Grand Championship
No.
at the celebration.
I tell you what, Bob's one of these that he just rears back and shows.
That's right.
Let the chips fall where they will. But I guarantee you, he's going to be looking between them ears
Oh, yep.
and getting her ridden. And here's Dorell and Samantha Green.
That's another nice little horse right there.
Well, Samantha is leasing this horse, I believe, from Virginia,
Yep.
and she's doing a great job. Virginia Stewart loves all of her horses. When I talk to her, I got to get with her again though, because we got to go have a lunch. We eat lunch a lot. She likes chicken livers, and I
Yeah.
do too.
That's a nice horse.
Hey, it's a great horse. That horse sired by Titleist.
Yep.
Got a good head. Got a good job. Jen's Sling Blade. Becca Tape for Jansen Patterson. Park Pleasure Amateur winner. That is sired by Jen's Black Jen.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That was a tough class.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Boston Bay was in that class, title line, late night at the Ritz. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they-
Jansen got some, I'm telling
hey,
you. He got some good, good ones.
He's got some stock that can wear those
Oh, yeah.
roses and wear them well.
These horses right here that he owns, you'll be hearing them during the celebration. You'll be hearing their
I
name
believe so too.
a lot of times.
You're going to be hearing them at a lot of other shows too,
Yep.
because now they just look good across the board. You're looking at some talent,
Yep.
and that's what matters. I think you got to do your hit. We pay you a lot of money to do that.
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna call Channel 5, see if they'll give you a tryout anyway.
That'll work. But no, I'm not gonna leave with a horse.
Oh, you're not? Oh, you're gonna stick?
This
All right.
stick right here.
All right, well, if you don't hurry up and call these sponsors up here, we won't.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Well,
Looking for that perfect horse to suit your wants and needs can be very exhausting and discouraging. But once you find that certain horse, it all changes to joy and excitement. That's why the best place to look for your dream horse is the Equine Performance Horses sales site. We have a lineup of some of the best horses being offered for sale in the equine industry. Whether you're looking for that perfect trail horse, an extreme cowboy mount, or a winning show horse, find the one you desire at Equine Performance Horse sales site. Put a smile on your face, laughter in your heart, and fun in your life by visiting equineperformancehorse.com and find your next mount. To discuss a specific horse, call 931-224-4191 or 931-581-4411.
Hey Tennessee, Ross Chastain here, the guy who likes to smash watermelons on the front stretch at Nashville Superspeedway. But you know what I never smash? Safety rules. Racing's all about control, and the same goes for life on the road. So use your melon and don't mix drinking and driving. It's like trying to race with a busted engine. Be a pit crew hero, and if you've had a few, pass the keys to a sober friend, because we're all racing toward a safer Tennessee, and we want you there at the finish line.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
You was telling me that some guy thought you were a celebrity.
Yeah. He might got me mixed up with you though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. But I just wanted to say thanks to Roy Gant for watching our show and being a sponsor. You know, not a sponsor, but I mean just a supporter and stuff like that. And I want to thank everyone out there that supporters and watchers and stuff like that, because I tell you, this Jared Harris here does a real good job. He ain't pay me to say that, but I mean, I really appreciate everything.
I ain't paying him to say that either.
I really appreciate everything he does for this industry and stuff like that, but I'm just really glad for all the people out there that watch us and support us and tell us that they watch us.
We just need more people to watch and more people to get into the industry.
That's right.
We need people in the seats at horse shows.
Yes.
I got an email or a text message during the show said, ain't many people there. And I said, well, the warm-up ring's full and the rail's full. There just ain't nobody sitting in the seats.
Yeah.
And that was about the truth, because everybody's up there at the auction. Yeah. Plus, when you went outside, there were people everywhere, all over the showgrounds. All over the showgrounds. All right, we're getting ready to show some more victory passes. And this is one that I was really, really taken with. And it was a yearling class.
Yeah.
But this Rhythm Nation with Robert Nims for Jansen Patterson.
I think he got all different performance, pleasure, halter. I mean, that's a good coat right there.
Beautiful coat.
That is a real good coat. That coat have done a lot of winning in his
Well, I'm
career
gonna tell you,
here.
that class right there was full of some good ones too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That Say It Ain't So that Chase Williams had.
Yeah.
He was reserved in that class.
Yeah.
But now Rhythm Nation, he's a piece of work.
He is. That's a nice horse right there.
You just look at that walk. I mean, hey, something else. You know what he reminds me of?
What?
Pap.
Mm-hmm. And now that's a loose coat right there.
Get her done.
Yep.
That's your limit. And here's Tijuana Charlie and Drew Graves for Jansen Patterson. This is going to turn into the Jansen Patterson show.
That's right.
He
got a bunch of good ones.
Hey, that class right there was tough, buddy. The horses that were in it.
Oh yeah.
Tijuana Charlie, Jose's Limitless, Jimber's Angel, and Slim Power. They was just loaded to the hilt with good horses.
Good horse, real good horse.
Tijuana Charlie. I like that name. And here's Jose's Limitless and Sam Martin from Molly Walters. That mare's a piece of work now. And she's sired by Jose. Something else. I tell you what, we just got a bunch of great horses. And Molly Walters, great supporter of the walking horse industry. And now she keeps up with good stock too. Got to have that for her and Taylor. Right here, a home. Now, I'm going to tell you, I watched this horse and I was unbelievable. Home run by Ted and Lakeland Matthews, for owner Lakeland Matthews. But now she did. That little girl rode the hair off that
that's
horse.
a nice horse right there.
I tell you what, this was a great class.
Oh, yes.
There was a lot of real good horses in there. And I'm talking about real good. You even had two sisters in there showing against each other. But to win a class like this speaks a lot for the horse and the rider, because she rode him well. Did a super good job. And right here was the second place in that class. The Char Queen and BB Beasley. Now, buddy, that's a walk right there.
Oh, yeah.
She gets it done. I'll tell you what I like about this mare. She's timed up pretty good. Pretty good. Taking that stride and getting her done. A great show.
BB does a good job riding this horse right here.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
She's a good jockey. Good jockey. And right here, Joe Paul. I'm going to tell you about this one. She was in there against her sister.
Oh, yeah.
This horse showed twice. And it is trained by Shane Porterfield, her grandfather, who works every day. He's not a trainer. They do their training at night. And you got to admit, now she did a good job of showing that horse.
Oh, yeah, she did do a good job.
Couldn't ask for nothing no better than that. And I love to see these young ones show. I truly do. They get it done. Right here, Dark Rain. Now I always like Dark Rain. I've said it. That horse has a proud way of going. Like, look at me.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I like his head. His head sitting back there to you.
I know. He's just sitting back there, shaking, walking, reaching. His timing's great. He just gets it done. And Taylor does a good job now.
Yep.
She's a good jockey. But that is, I don't know. I love a good walking horse, and this is one of them.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Right here's Fistful of Dollars and Drew Graves for Jansen Patterson.
That's another one of the Jansen good horses.
5 and under winner. I'm telling you, he's got a fistful of horses.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get with him and find out what his secret is. He seems to have the touch of picking the best ones.
Oh, yeah.
That horse has a good way of going.
Always do got a good way of going.
And right here, look at you. I am tickled to death for Megan. So this one right here, unanimous.
Yeah.
This is her new ride, and it was unanimous across the board. She sets a good seat.
She does.
I know Mike's tickled to death. Amateur 3-year-old stallion. That 3-year-old stallion. Something something else. Something else. Right here. I Sing Dixie. This was a tough class.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, she was unanimous across the board. But I'm gonna say something. Sterling Woodruff made a good show in this class, and he had a little mishap right there at the end. But he made a great show. But this Sing Dixie,
Yeah.
I just say this, Allie Jo can flat ride a horse.
Oh, she can.
Flat ride a horse. She's doing everything now. Quarter horses, barrel racing, you name it. I just talked to Jake, and we both agreed she didn't need to ride no bull. But she tried, I believe.
I tell you, Allie Jo is getting to be a real top rider.
Oh, she's tough, man. And right here is Uptight Jose and Bruce McDonald for Bruce and Robin. This is a 22, 21, 20, and 219 world champion.
Yeah.
Multi-time world champion. Something else. He just gets it done. Just gets it done. Boy, I like that horse.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice horse.
Consistent. Very consistent. You're always going to get that out of that horse.
Oh, yeah.
I think Bruce puts him on autopilot. Right here's your amateur owned and trained specialty, Joe Paul. Now, this is the second time this horse showed in 2 days. Joe Paul and Shane Porterfield took the blue in the amateur owned and trained class. And here's his highest honor. Guess who owns this? Jason.
I watched this class
Patterson.
right here, and it was a real good class right here.
Yes, it was. There's a lot of good horses
There's a lot
out
of
there.
good horses in that class.
The highest honor in Tim Smith was reserved. But now, there was a lot of good ones
horses
in there.
in there, yep.
A lot of good ones. Jansen just bought him just a line up of
good
real
horses.
good horses.
You got some good horses. But I guess if you're going to do it, Jerry, that's the way you got to do it.
Yep.
I mean, have something
That's
to say.
it. Get her done. Now right there, he just got a good lineup. They'll be calling his name all the time during the celebration. Right here, Mr. True Blue and Allie Jo Jacobs. World
She
Grand
made a real
Champion
good-
4-year-old, and now's in the pony class. And it's
She made a real good ride on this horse right here.
they got 3 real good ponies.
Yeah.
And I asked Jake, what are you going to do? He said, we're going to enter every one of them. I said, what's she going to do? Stand on 2 of them? Boy, that's right there is something.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's your 4-year-old world grand champion. And got a little girl, 10 years old riding. And right here, amateur 50 and over reserve, a King Thane and Bob Adcock. Get her done, Bob. Get her done.
On Mr. Bob, now he got a bunch of good ones too.
Hey, loves the industry, loves the horses, and goes for it. What more can you ask for? Bob he enjoys showing.
Oh, yeah.
He really does. has a good time, enjoys himself, doesn't take a back seat to nobody.
No, you're exactly right.
He's just a good one. All right. That's one way of ending that segment.
Yep.
And that is a segment, because we've still got something I always like to do. I just want to see how many horses show this weekend that won Columbia last year.
Yep.
And we've got a list that we're going to show in just a minute.
Yes, sir. But I'm going to take us a commercial right here first before we do all that stuff.
Go for it.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
The Tennessee Walking Horse is rapidly becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee Walking Horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee Walking Horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee Walking Horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today, you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
More of What a Horse coming up.
Welcome back. Now we're going to go to Columbia, 2024. Right here, Slim and Hot and Robert George, amateur 4-year-old stallions. I have not seen Robert this year.
I haven't either.
He must be taking vacation. He may have started playing poker like his son does. So his son plays poker in a lot of these big tournaments.
Let's take a look at our Blue Ribbon winner, Slim and Hot.
Slim and Hot.
Hot enough for a Blue Ribbon here tonight at the Columbia Spring Jubilee. That's Robert George in the owner of Greensboro, North Carolina. Slim and Hot.
I think Sister Milligan shows that horse now, I believe.
Yep. I believe she does. She may have bought him. I certainly hope that Robert ain't getting out of the industry, because he's a good guy. And here's a hidden gem and Tanner Burks for Shane Porterfield, your 4-year-old Baron Gilding reserve winner. Now this one, it will be in the 5, but we may see him.
Yep.
We look to see. May even see a different rider on this one. Oh, Old Troubadour. Allison Armstrong. We haven't seen him this year, but now I'd love to. Because that is one. Look there.
Oh yeah, that's a good horse right there.
I got that's something special there. She does a good job of showing him too. Getting it done. And here's Cousin Bob and Tanner Burks. Young trainers 35 and under, reserve.
Now Shane trained him himself at home.
Shane's training him himself, and you'll probably see that in the amateur owned and trained class.
Yeah.
But Shane does a good job now.
Oh yeah.
Right there, Mark Wan and Molly Walters. I really like that horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. We may see him. Oh, he's a bad cat. He just got that. That's just a steady walk.
Oh yeah.
You show up that video of an animated horse.
And that's what you see right there.
That's what you're gonna see right there. So he's doing it exactly the way it's supposed to be done. Striding, reaching, breaking. Hey, it's the medalist in Eli Cunningham. We'll see him, but he won't be on the medalist.
Yeah.
His little brother might, but he won't. Little man gets it done.
Oh yeah.
Right here's honor and remember. Your Open Specialty Championship. And we won't see him again.
Nah.
But I tell you
Man,
what.
he was a good horse.
He was a great horse.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
He was a real good horse.
I know that broke Kim's heart.
Oh yeah.
His honor and remember. That's Dan Waddell. Riding into Georgia, Kim Lewis of Mayville, Alabama.
He was like a machine.
Oh yeah.
Right here's the paddock master. We may see Kenny now.
Yeah.
Kenny does a great job. Now he does. That amateur owned and trained specialty class. I like that name of that horse too, the Paddock Master.
The Paddock Master, Kenny Smith, claiming the blue across the board selection for the Blue Ribbon Honors. Kenny Smith of Manchester, Kentucky.
Oh, Kenny just sits up
He
there
said
like
that now he like fooling with them horses now.
Hey, that's fun. That is fun. Right there, my honeybee. Now this one's special.
Oh yeah.
Lady Marion Gilded. Got that headset. I know Molly's proud of her. Look at there.
Oh, my honeybee. Taylor Walters making the good Blue Ribbon ride. He now calls
Walk on, Taylor. I love it, mare. My problem is I like too many of them. Here's Beach Bum Bruce and Bob Roach. This is my buddy that helps us out on video all the time. He won that amateur 3-year-old. We may see Bob up there.
You never know. You might will.
Could be in the 4-year-old stallions this year.
Yep.
Oh, let's take a look at Beach Bum Bruce.
Beach Bum Bruce.
Good blue ribbon ride. He's from Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
That's a name, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right here, honored in Texas, amateur 50 and over. This is another horse that I really like.
Oh, yeah.
Bob's got a good lineup.
He got a good lineup of horses, too.
Always got this smile on his face, too.
Yep, and every one of his horses, he is right up there in your face right there.
I know. Every one of them.
Yep.
And he's looking between them ears.
Coming down the north rail.
What I'll do is do something, spread my fingers out and look at him, say I'm imitating you.
The owner and Dub, honored in Texas, honored in Tennessee tonight with the blue ribbon.
That is plumb nice, buddy.
Give him a nice round of applause. Bob
I love talking about these good ones.
Oh, yeah. That's a good horse right there, man.
People take a look at him. Here's Switchblade.
I say you might see him over there this week.
You may very well now, and I'm going to tell you, that's a great horse. But now, Allie Joe, I think she's got his number now.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a world of difference in her riding right there and how she did first time out this year. And he's good there. But now, she's getting stronger, getting a little height on her, getting a little, bigger than she was. And doing a good job. Now, there's one young lady that's got 3 great ponies.
Yep, she got some nice ones.
Oh, Lord. Get them all done. But that just, when you talk about horses like that, it makes doing this show just great. I'm not sure how much time we got, but I want to remind everybody that we've got the Columbia Spring Jubilee starts Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. Hope to see a bunch of you up there.
Yes.
They got some, they'll have some great horses.
Yeah.
But right now, we
got to
be safe.
Go.
See y'all next week.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Ah, please start talking.